Hey guys, what is up? This is Matthew Davis, the movie lover here. Welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. This time, it is going to be on the new film by Christopher Nolan, Dunkirk, which I was really looking forward to. This is another one of my most anticipated movies of the year. I've seen a lot of movies so far this summer. Some of them were good, some of them were okay, one of them was crap, or two of them were okay. But anyways, let's dive right into it. So, of course, Christopher Nolan directs this World War II thriller about the evacuation of Allied hoops from the French city of Dunkirk before Nazi forces can take hold. So, it stars Tom Hardy, Kenneth, um, well, okay, this is also has a score by Hans Zimmer, and there are, 400,000 men trying to escape, and of course they have to go through war. And they tell it. You see, Christopher Nolan tells this story. You know how in most war films there's always got to be like so much blood and stuff like that, like Saving Private Ryan and Hacksaw Ridge. There is barely any blood in this movie. There's like mild wounds, but it's not an entirely violent movie. This does have gunfire on certain people, but it doesn't. You see, this movie. Now, here's one issue that a lot of people have with the movie. It's probably one of their biggest ones. There's no like interesting characters that we root for. You see, this is not a movie that has that much of a story to it. I mean, there is a story in it, but all in all, it's basically just an hour and 47-minute long action sequence, which that's basically why this movie is an hour and 47 minutes. There isn't really that much that they need to tell in this movie. They just want to get the war sequences and show a lot of characters in pretty much living in hell right now and trying to, survive. But they do it in an excellent type of way, and Christopher Nolan really delivered. I had a great time checking this film out. You see, Christopher Nolan proves he can make a war film. This is his first war film, I believe, and it's PG-13, but it's still a spectacular-looking movie. Christopher Nolan, you see, what he does a lot in his movies is very well done special effects, like in the Dark Knight trilogy, and while, of course, there is a lot of people in this movie, they don't actually show like character development, and there's no subplot. It's basically one whole story and basically one whole war sequence. And I felt like the timing for this movie was just right for its length, and it's done very well done. And it certainly doesn't lead to any, any characters that we need to care for. I mean, there are characters in them, just not very memorable. But I find that a mild issue. Everything else about this movie was fantastic. Acting-wise, certainly top-notch, as well as, the war sequences. They look absolutely fantastic. And the way Christopher Nolan tells the story and the events that happened, and it's certainly, his storytelling definitely gets it right, as well as visual perspective, and it's basically, like I said before, one long war sequence that basically goes just into war. And I certainly saw myself enjoying this movie. I saw it in IMAX, and guys, I certainly recommend checking this out in IMAX, because I felt like the experience would be a lot better if it were in IMAX. So yeah, this certainly... My least favorite, I've seen all of Christopher Nolan's movies except for Following and Insomnia. Pretty much my least favorite movie of his is Interstellar, and I really enjoy Interstellar, but, Christopher Nolan is a man who truly knows how to do filmmaking, and when it comes to films like this, he certainly can still make a film, whether if it has good characters in it or not. All in all, guys, Dunkirk is a fascinating experience. I can certainly see myself watching this again in the future. I'm going to give it a 4.5 out of 5. It was a spectacular experience, and I'm glad that I saw it. And a lot of people have seen this movie. I was basically in the theater. There was a lot of people. There were actually two people sitting right next to me and my dad. So yeah, it was a pretty big full house. So yeah. I don't need to tell you guys to check this film out because I know you already have or you are. So yeah. Anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Next week I'm going to see Atomic Blonde. So I think I might see Atomic Blonde. I might have well, I'll explain it in another chat with Matt video or something. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys later. Word out.